Now let us take a look at a typical world of Cypher. Welcome back to the Green Room. I really appreciate you being here for this episode because we're going to go directly into one important element of the Cypher itself, which is the plot. I'm going to take you into the plot itself and relate how I came up with the idea and how the story itself really digs into my life personally and how it caused some personal reflection upon my life and why it means so much to me on a personal level. But before we do that, let me take you into a small clip of Cypher so we can talk about what it means. So the world had changed. It wasn't what it was before. People have changed, society has changed. Everything was different now. There was a haze over the city. I saw a flying food truck pass by, going towards their apartment. They didn't see me. They didn't know I was there. But they also didn't see them.
Don't say anything. I can see a droid right outside your window. It looks like they got a lock on you. Don't worry, I'm gonna take care of her right now. Just don't let her know I'm here.
As we jump into episode 1, we kind of directly get thrown into the world of Cypher. We see this amazing wide shot of the world itself, which shows us that yes, this is a futuristic world. We're no longer in our modern realm, but we are now transferred to this unreal technological world. It was important for me to lay certain parameters of this world, which the first one being the relationship between the humans and the cyborgs. When I was first introducing these characters, I wanted to choose an approach that does not give you any time to think about anything in depth, but just really react. You as a viewer have no background, no storyline, nothing at all except for the introduction of a futuristic world, and then the dialogue of a human and a cyborg that really starts off with an air of distrust and tension that builds as the dialogue progresses. You don't know who these people are, but you do know that they're kind of in a face-off. Then afterwards, we hear the transmission of another mysterious character who reports that they are being spied on. One message that I wanted to get into the series from the very beginning was the urgency and danger that surrounded these characters. The strategy was to emphasize this from the beginning and then later on build out the background of the characters and the story as we go along. So it's really throwing you, the viewer, into a scenario where you have no knowledge of what is going on, but it has tension and action, and everything is later explained as the story progresses. Now, doing it this way was important because not only did I want to hold onto you, the viewer's attention, but I also wanted you to immediately feel the overall tone of what Cypher is all about, which is distrust, tension, violence, all accompanied by a will to survive for the human characters. In a class I did from Issa Rae, she said, ask yourself this question: why today? Basically, why should you, as a viewer, watch my show, this specific show, and why today? I asked myself that question a lot before crafting the series. I really thought about my life and how this story took large chunks of it and placed it into my story. My today answer to that question is because the story relates to us as human beings and people who every day fight to survive. We as people do certain tasks. We have certain behaviors. and we do certain things daily just to survive. We are faced with obstacles on a daily basis. Some are big and some are small, but we constantly fight to survive. We may not be fighting against cyborgs and machines, but we all face our own hardships and demons. When you watch this series, you're going to see people who face their own hardships and demons and who rely on each other as well as rely on the people and things who they do not want to rely on, but whom they have to. They also live in uncertainty, not knowing if their day will be their last. I feel like we do this in our jobs and even during uncertain economic times. We are never sure what will occur, and sometimes we only have hope to go off of. That is a harsh but true reality for a lot of us living in the uncertain and the unknown. That's something that's relatable with the characters and that will always be woven into the plot. In my life, like anyone, I have faced, continue to face, and probably will face many more challenges. But my life is filled with hope. And to be honest, I was not always living with that hope in my mindset. I wanted to craft this story because underneath all of the drama, the cool effects, the action, and the twisting plot filled with mistrust, betrayal, and deception, there's a truth underneath the story. That truth is we all constantly fight to exist, and we all have these trials and tribulations that we all face regardless of what walk of life we come from, and in essence, we all are trying to decipher our own cipher that we call our personal lives. It may not be as dramatic as this, but somewhere along the line, we all have a dependency upon others in life so that we can exist. We all face being lied to, being betrayed in some form, as well as the sad moments and happy moments in our life. We all have moments where we celebrate one another and also fault one another. At times, we may not trust people completely, but sometimes we have to learn how to. At the core of the story, it's about interactions, life's moments, and realities of life that we experience every single day. So when you ask yourself, why Cypher? Why today? Because it's a story you can relate to that covers the core elements that make up your life. And it's pretty dang cool.
Mm-hmm.